Google's new TranslateGemma is insane. You're wasting time sending your data to cloud servers every time you translate something. You're risking your privacy without even knowing it, and you're missing out on translation that works when you don't have internet. Google just changed everything with TranslateGemma, and most people have no idea this even exists. Hey, I'm Hada, and today we're talking about something that literally just came out from Google that's going to change how you think about translation forever. Because here's the thing, you've been using Google Translate or ChatGPT Translate or whatever other tool you use. And every single time you translate something, your text gets sent to a server somewhere. You need internet. You're trusting that company with your data. And honestly, most people don't even think about this. But Google just released something called TranslateGemma. And this is completely different. This thing runs on your phone, on your laptop. No internet needed, no data leaving your device. And here's the crazy part. It actually works better than bigger models that need way more power. I'm going to show you exactly how this works, how to get it, and why this matters for anyone who deals with translation. Stick with me because we're going to get into the technical stuff, but I'm going to make it simple. So first, let me explain what TranslateGemma actually is. Google built this on top of something called Gemma 3. That's their open source AI model family. They took that and trained it specifically for translation. Just translation, nothing else. And they made it in 3 different sizes: a 4 billion parameter version for phones, a 12 billion parameter version for laptops, and a 27 billion parameter version for cloud servers. Here's the wild part. The 12 billion version actually beats the 27 billion baseline model at translation. A smaller, more efficient version working better than a model twice its size. How? Google used a 2-stage training process. First, supervised fine-tuning with human-translated text and high-quality synthetic translations from their Gemini models across 55 languages. Second, reinforcement learning using reward models like MetricXQE and AutoMQM. These check translation errors, naturalness, and context. The model learned to translate like a human would, understanding tone, context, and idioms, not just word for word. And the results are wild. They tested this on the WMT24++ dataset. That's 55 languages covering tons of language families. TranslateGemma reduced error rates across all of them. The 12B model scored 3.6 on MetricX versus the baseline 27B at 4.04. That's a 26% error reduction compared to the baseline 12B model. For English to Icelandic, errors dropped by over 30%. English to Swahili improved by about 25%. Low-resource languages that usually struggle with AI translation saw the biggest improvements. Here's what makes this different from everything else you've used. This runs locally. The 4 billion parameter model is made for phones. You can literally download this on your phone and translate offline. No internet, no sending your private messages or business documents to a cloud server. The 12 billion model runs on regular laptops. Like the laptop you probably have right now, the 27 billion model needs more power, something like an NVIDIA H100 or a TPU in the cloud. But for most people, the 12B model on your laptop is going to be perfect. When I first started diving into all these translation models, I was overwhelmed. There's so many tools out there. Which ones are worth your time? Which ones are just hype? That's when I found this community called AI Profit Boardroom, with over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. This is huge for businesses. If you work with confidential data and you need translation, you can't risk sending that to external servers. Some companies literally can't use cloud translation tools because of privacy regulations. TranslateGemma solves that. You can deploy it in your own private environment, on your own hardware, full control, and you're not paying per translation like you would with an API. But here's another thing that makes this insane. It can translate text in images. You know how sometimes you're traveling and you see a sign in another language, or a menu, or a document, you can take a picture and TranslateGemma will extract the text and translate it. It's multimodal. That means it handles both text input and image input. And it does this even though it wasn't specifically trained for image translation. It just retained that capability from the base Gemma 3 model. Now let me show you exactly how to get TranslateGemma and use it. It's completely open source. Google released it for free. You can download it from a few different places. There's Hugging Face. That's a platform where AI models get shared. There's Kaggle. That's Google's data science platform. There's Vertex AI if you want to deploy it on Google Cloud. And there's Ollama. That's probably the easiest way for most people. With Ollama, you can literally install TranslateGemma on your computer with one command. Ollama run TranslateGemma. That's it. Then you can use it from your terminal or build it into your own apps. The setup is super simple. And once it's installed, you're good to go. No API keys, no subscription, no limits on how many translations you can do. Here's something else that's cool. TranslateGemma doesn't just do direct word-for-word translation. It understands context. If you translate an idiom like, "It's raining cats and dogs," it knows that's not literal. It translates the meaning, not the words. Same with slang. Same with regional expressions. The reinforcement learning phase specifically trained it to handle these nuances, to make translations sound natural in the target language. And it preserves important details. Product names stay the same. Citations stay intact. Technical terms don't get mangled. If you're translating a business document or a research paper, that matters a lot. You need accuracy. You need the structure to stay consistent. TranslateGemma does that. Let me give you some real use cases. Traveling without internet? Use the 4B model on your phone to translate signs, menus, and conversations offline. Building an app. Integrate TranslateGemma directly so user data never leaves the app. Creating content for different markets? Run it on your laptop to localize articles and marketing materials without API costs or rate limits. And since it's open source, you can fine-tune it for your specific industry terminology. Here's what a lot of people miss. This is part of Google's bigger strategy with open models. They've been releasing specialized Gemma 3 versions, MedGemma for medical imaging, FunctionGemma for device control, and now TranslateGemma, each optimized for its specific task, showing that smaller, focused models can outperform massive general-purpose ones. This competes directly with closed systems. ChatGPT just released ChatGPT Translate hours before TranslateGemma launched, but ChatGPT's is closed. Your data goes to OpenAI's servers. TranslateGemma is open, modifiable, and runs locally on consumer hardware. The developer community is key here. When you release something open source like this, you get thousands of people experimenting with it, finding edge cases, improving it, building integrations, sharing best practices. That's how these tools get better over time. Google provided the foundation. The community is building on top of it. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip. No hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 46,000 members who are crushing it with AI. That's it for today. If you found this helpful, like the video. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns of AI tools that actually matter, and I'll see you in the next one.